Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's your boy Regis, and this is No Man's Skies with me flying through the air. This is one of the new weather effects, storms, and things that happen now. This is me getting swept up in a radiation storm. This is on a contaminated planet, but I presume any planet that has radiation / strong windy storms can do this to you. At first, I thought it was a bug because the other day I tried to record this. None of the weather effects were working. Not a single one was working for me. The planets would respond like there was a storm going on, but there wouldn't be a storm going on. But they did an update today, and it's fixed it. And this was the first thing that I ran into. You will also see a little boss fight in a minute as well, so I'll be unintentionally demonstrating the new boss system as well. But yeah, right now I'm trying to recreate what I just did by accident. I literally just got out my ship, got attacked by these Sentinels because I'm on an aggressive Sentinel planet, and I just out of nowhere just got swept up in the air. Me and my partner were laughing our asses off, and that's why I started recording this, because I was like, what the fuck is happening here? So yeah, I do end up getting to do that again, but I believe we get the boss fight before the next weather storm comes over, because it's clearing up just now. But we do get on to the boss fight, I think, at this point. Yeah, actually I do, because they start attacking. Well, I say they start attacking. I started attacking them because they tried to give up attacking me. And I thought, screw it. And obviously I'm in creation mode, so I can't be killed or anything like that. My whole point of this video was to just show off the new weather effects, you know, like everyone else is doing. But I got dragged into a battle, so I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to fight this. I'm going to fight this whole thing. Obviously, this planet has the gravity balls, so it interferes with your jetpack a little bit. As you can see, the weapon actually fires a hell of a lot faster than it used to. I mainly use the bolter, but I do switch through the weapons. Yeah, from the trailers for this, it showed the weapon, a new rifle firing off, and it was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe it's just in the new expedition that hasn't started yet, but it's coming. But no, they seem to have upped the firepower in all the weapons as well. So this is just me just deleting some enemies. Again, I'm in creation mode, so don't take how weak these enemies are as that's how weak they are. Also, the dogs go invisible. If they take too much damage, they just go invisible. I don't know if this one does, but there were several other ones that did on other planets. So yeah, that was a new thing. Also, a Sarlacc started fighting over here as well. So I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm getting attacked by Sentinels. I'm getting whipped up into the air by radiation storms. I'm getting attacked by Sentinels. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I guess I'm demonstrating all this while I'm at it, because I was literally just going to show you about me floating on water and all that, you know, good stuff. All the reasons why you should come to this exploration game. And it ended up being mostly combat because... well, I say mostly combat. It was like half and half. Which was pretty good, because I kept landing on aggressive planets, so, you know. Because I ended up having to look for one of the new creatures to fight as well, which was cool. A bit of a pain in the ass until I realized what I actually had to do to summon the thing, but we'll get onto that later on in the vid. Feel free to jump to the parts that you want to watch in this video. It's you either want to see the combat or you want to see the weather effects. And if you want to see a bit of both, just jump through the video. You don't have to watch the whole thing. It's going to be one of those videos where there's a bit of everything throughout the video. This is not one of the boss encounters. They've done a little upgrade to the boss encounter. We're about to find it in this next wave. It comes in at level 5. It's a big-ass mech. Again, don't pay attention to how weak they are. It's creation mode. Nothing strong in creation mode. Yeah, here we go. That little smoke went off. I actually thought it had deleted itself for some reason, because I'd never seen this happen before. But the dog goes invisible when it's super, super damaged. And it turns up to shoot me again, as you can see. And they have that jump thing. I kept falling into these craters as well. I think that little glitch out, it was trying to go invisible, but it was also stuck at the same time. So yeah, for an episode that was supposed to be about just the weather effects, the new particles and all that it does, yeah, it ended up being a bunch of this mixed with it. So I'm pretty proud of it. That's one of the things I like about No Man's Skies is the randomness that you can get in this game. You never know what's going to happen, especially after an update. Because you don't always know exactly like all the things that they've done. You know some of the things or most of the things they've done, but not all the things they've done. So yeah, here we go. This right here. This is your level 5 boss. It hasn't dropped yet. This is just their little minions that you got to face off against. And there's another little walker, but the big walker's coming. So yeah, when you're in a fight with these, there's that little one I just blew up. Those are repair drones. If you don't delete those, the enemies are basically invulnerable because they'll just constantly repair them. This is the new boss system. All that health bars up there, you have to get rid of all of those when you fight these now. So yeah, they've turned these into like a proper event sort of thing when you trigger them. I'm thinking that the same will be true for the dreadnoughts that appear in space as well, because they're the boss in space. They're the big Sentinel bosses in space. So I'm presuming it's going to be the same for them. Although they kind of already have this sort of thing, but it's good to see the ground units have this. The big bug that we fight later on. The Vile Brood, that's the one. That has a health bar like this as well. 3 health bars. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system. It has, I believe, been requested for a while as well. They've been trying to improve things in No Man's Skies since it launched. And they've done more than improve it. This game is nothing like it was at launch. Not even the same game. If you put the original game side by side with this, you literally wouldn't be able to tell they're the same game. Other than the fact that No Man's Skies is written on both. So yeah, if you have stopped playing this or haven't picked this up before, now is definitely the time to do it. There is so much new stuff in it. Like, this thing's got a freaking flamethrower on it. You can get your own version of that. To walk around as well. Basically the same weapon setup and whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I say, I wasn't expecting this because it was just about weather. But yeah, I ended up just enjoying a good old battle with this. Even though, it's Creation Club. Creation Club, Jesus Christ, I've been playing so much Fallout. Creation mode. Damn it. Oh, dear Lord. So yeah, this should be replacing one of the Fallout episodes this week, because honestly I found this more interesting because of what just happened. Plus an update literally just dropped to correct some of the issues that the original part 1 update had with it. Like I said, when I first recorded this, or at least tried to record this, when it first dropped, the part 1 update dropped, the weather just wasn't with it. And as you can see with the fauna, like the plants and stuff, they will actually move with the wind now. They'll react like there is an actual weather system on a planet now. They're not static. There's new. I'm pointing at the screen, like you can see me pointing. There's new plants. There's new fauna and stuff like that. It has been pretty cool. Very, very, very good update. This is probably one of the best updates they've added to the game since launch. I'd say this is in the top 5 best updates, if not the best update. Now, for those of you who don't play No Man's Skies or don't really care about, it's just weather effects. Yeah, we went from what was basically bland planets to what looks like actual, like, undiscovered planets with severe weather systems that actually look like weather systems now. Like, you're seeing these dust particles flying about and stuff like that because there's wind kicking up. You'll see off in the distance, there's, like, the clouds are actually clouds now. You can fly through them. You can get, well, you can always fly through clouds, but the clouds react more like clouds now. This is me just killing more of these Sarlacc things. Even though there's one literally just below me. So yeah, at this point I was waiting for the next storm because I still at this point wasn't sure if that was a glitch or not. So I started experimenting with how do I get it to do that again? Is it like just the weather effect that was doing it? Is it just the is it just a bug or what? Because I literally wasn't expecting it to be just lifted up and flung around like that. And because of this, I was doing circles and things like that in the air. I was like, is this actually supposed to be happening? is this an actual thing that's supposed to happen right now? So I was going around just doing, dawdling around thing because I knew I'd be rambling or talking a lot during this part. So I just started jumping up on buildings because I knew there was another storm coming. So I thought, sweet, let's do this. I do show other weather effects during this video. Don't worry, it's not just this one, but this one was just the most hilarious of all of them. This planet gave me a lot of joy. I was very, very happy. And I found this planet by pure coincidence. It was just the first planet I scanned, and I went, you know what? I'm going to go down there and see what the weather's like. The screen still goes like this during a storm, so it's kind of hard to see what's going on. But again, it's to demonstrate how much radiation there is blasting around. You'll get different screen effects depending on your weather. As you can see, the storm has phases as well. It goes from it's stormy, and then it starts building up and building up and building up until you get to the point where you're getting flung through the air like I was, on this planet especially. An extreme wind event. There you go. That's what flung me around. Look at all that thunder going on as well. That is crazy. That is absolutely beautiful. And it looks so much more realistic as well. And the planets feel, with these new weather effects and the fact that plants react to the weather going on and just general wind, it does feel a lot better when you're exploring, because I love exploring. That's the whole reason I like this game. I also like the fact that the weather is the combat, is also been improved. I do like that because that's one of my biggest complaints about this game is when you do get into combat, it's kind of shit because the weapons are slow. It's only really your high-end weapons or high-end upgrades that really do anything for it. It was a pain in the ass to get them as well. And so if you were just doing like a survival mode like I was doing, it's kind of ass, But now, as you've seen, the combat is a lot better. Obviously, if damage was there, I probably would have died during that fight. This is me waiting for the storm to fully pick up, because I was experimenting here. It's like, is there like a distance I need to be off the ground to be flung around? Because I was actually trying to get flung around here. And it turns out, no, this is when it wasn't till, I think it was later in the video that I actually realized, no, the storms actually have phases that they go through. They go from light storm to severe, and then they come back down. So you get, oh, super, super severe. Oh my God, it's so crazy. To, okay, it's a little crazy, but you know, it's manageable. To, okay, the storm's kind of going away now. To a light breeze, essentially, or whatever the planet's natural wind system is, if the planet even has a natural wind system. This is me trying to go as high as I can because I'm still convinced there's like a height issue. I still wasn't 100% convinced that it wasn't a bug that just flung me around. But yeah, I was patient and dedicated to finding out this. Plus, also, this is the best weather effects that I found so far. And I haven't even found them all. This right here was absolutely beautiful. Crazy, deadly as hell, beautiful weather. And here I am. Whee! Oh my God. And there, that's how high I am. There's spaceships flying by. Here I am, I'm off. And the fact that I've got the eyeball hat on is just brilliant. This nearly sent me into space. Oh my God. I was doing this on purpose, even when I wasn't recording, to try and... I was having so much fun just with wind. And that's all this is. It's wind and some radiation. That's all this is. But this was the most dramatic weather that I found. The other weathers were nice. They were beautiful. But this was my favorite of all of them. Especially because the first time it happened, I didn't expect it to happen. I literally just got out my spaceship, had a fight with a Sentinel because it's an aggressive planet. And then next thing I know, I'm getting flung through the air. And I'm doing somersaults. Well, not somersaults, but circles in the air, and it was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And yeah, you never got any of that before. Like you would get thunder, but it would be like, okay, it's thunder, it's here, it's there. But this is like, no, this is a storm. When they say it's an extreme storm, they mean it's an extreme storm. Now, it's not just, oh, it's a bad storm. I mean, look at all that. Look how beautiful that is. So yeah, most of the video is this because I was just excited about this. But I do go on to other planets and other stuff as well on this. But yeah, this planet blew my brains out. And some of you might be thinking, okay, I'm obviously very easily impressed, but this right here, all the new weather effects, the new particle effects and things like that's what drew me back to play it, because I haven't played this in over a month. Mainly because I'd kind of played it too much, so I kind of got sick of it. But when I saw the trailer drop, I was like, oh, no, I gotta get back into this. I gotta get back in. And today did not disappoint at all. I loved every second of it. But let's get on to a different planet. And here we are on a water world. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that park. Look at that. The water reacts to your ship flying by. This is the van. I've called this ship the van because it looks like a space van. But yeah, and you can now land on water. This is something everyone has been asking for forever. The ability to actually land on water, because it doesn't make any sense that a spaceship couldn't. But it doesn't technically land, it hovers. And you're getting to see some of the water effects right now as well. With the wind picked up a little bit, so the water became a little bit more choppy. The water does get more dramatic if there's a proper storm, but you can see from here there is a water effect. The waves are actual waves now. It's not flat water anymore. The fact that spaceship is creating surface pressure on the water as well is pretty cool. And yeah, to get the ability to land on this, you just go to the anomaly, go to your ship upgrades, and it's literally the third one down, and you just get it in there for your salvaged stuff. So yeah, and look at that. Look how much better that water looks. That looks so much better than it used to. It used to just be flat, unbelievably flat, and the fact you can hear water splashing against it as well, as it's just sitting there, is just crazy. But let's get on to the actual creature that we're fighting here. Right, here we go. Now I'm going to demonstrate how you summon this Vile Brood, sorry. You have to squish the larvae that you find. Now, any planet that says that they have these on them, the Vile Broods on them, it'll say Vile Brood detected on it. There'll be a larvae somewhere. Pick it up, and then just squish it, and you'll be able to fight this thing. So, like I say, ignore how weak it is. I'm in creation, so everything's weak. But yeah, look at it. Look how cool that thing is. This is the one everyone's saying looks like Starship Troopers inspired stuff, which, it kind of does. It's bugs. You're fighting bugs. If you're a hell diver, you'll be familiar with this as well. It's pretty cool. You've got these summonable creatures. Hopefully they expand upon this as well. But yeah, I was kind of messing around a little bit because I wanted you guys to get a good look at this. The little ones and whatnot. There's also another fight with another walker after this one. Or is it during this one? Actually, I think it's directly after this one. So yeah, I got slammed in the side there because I think this thing's headbutt you or something. But I didn't catch it because obviously it came from behind. Sentinels turned up, and then I fought this thing. I think the Sentinels might have messed it up a little bit for me because I couldn't find any loot from it or anything. You can get some helmets, bug helmets essentially, as rewards for killing them. I didn't see it in my list of things. So I don't know if you have to summon a whole bunch and it's like a random loot drop, but it's still a cool thing. Personally, I don't really care about the helmets because I'm not going to wear any of them. I like my space helmets, but I do like the fact the combat is just so much better. And that was a very quick example of the Vile Brood there, unfortunately. I did not realize they were going to be that easy to fight in this mode. If I knew I was going to be in combat in this mode, I would have actually tweaked a few things to make it actually interesting, like a lot more interesting of a fight. But it's a good demonstration of what they are, what they look like, and how to actually do it. Yeah, so you'll see a little larvae. They're curled up, lying on the ground. You just pick them up. You'll recognize them because they're a new creature. You go into your inventory. It doesn't matter what planet you're on. You can summon them on any planet, even ones that don't have the Vile Brood's detection. If you've got the larvae on you, you can still just squish it and summon these things. So, yeah. But obviously, if you're on a planet where it's detected, you just find the larvae. They'll be around you somewhere. They'll be very close to where you're at, within a few hundred meters at most. There'll be one there. It'll show up as a red symbol. You'll recognize it when you see it. It literally says larvae. So, yeah. And this is just me fighting these things again. We're almost there to the next boss thing. So it's yeah, I was really enjoying just slamming these things. I kind of wish I had tried out the... yeah, there's those giant-ass worms there. That's what the horn is. So the Adrift DLC kind of put me off those things. Oh my god, that the Adrift DLC expedition that just ended. Oh my god, honestly, probably for me personally, it was one of the most boring expeditions I've ever been on. That's why I stopped recording it because I couldn't handle how boring it was. I mean, and this is from the guy that runs around planets, scanning every single plant, every single rock, every single creature to 100% a planet. I found the fact that I was being forced to do that kind of made me bored of it. But when I do it myself, it's not boring. I like doing it, But I do like these little mini walkers with the flamethrower thing. They are super cool. And like I say, you do get your own version of this. It's a more heavily armored version of this. They showed it off with the expedition thing that's coming up. It hasn't started yet, so hopefully, because it's a more combat-focused expedition this time, that it's going to be a little bit more interesting. I might put it up on the channel. Who knows? But yeah, this has definitely got me wanting to play the game again. And here comes the big mech again, and it's a bunch of buddies. So yeah, the way the enemies attack hasn't really changed, but that could be changed in other things, because this is just part 1, so obviously there's going to be a part 2 and a whole bunch of other parts, because these things they're adding are essentially what to expect in their new game that's coming up. So yeah, it's like a little taster of what to expect in there. But yeah, these boss fights are way better. Because before, these things were just difficult to kill, but you weren't really sure if you were killing them. But yeah, now you actually know what you're doing to it, how much health it's got, what you're actually needing to do to kill this thing. And then when it dies, it's got like that box right there is its core. You just blow that up, and boop, you get its brain. And then you finish off what's left. But yeah. And that is basically it, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to show you the rain and stuff like that, but I've decided, nah, it's rain. It's just rain. That first storm was a taste of the extreme storms that I managed to find. I found that within like 5 minutes of turning the game on. So yeah, but this video is getting on, so I am going to call it here for this episode. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has been informative. I hope this has got you wanting to play the game again, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.